Good evening. Good evening. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock. It's time for the Conscious Creators Toolbox. So welcome to the Conscious Creators Toolbox for October. We have the session for October the 27th, 2022. It's the last Thursday in the month of October. So we gotta come on in here and let's do this last session up for the month and see what's gonna happen. And there's Joan. How you doing, Joni? How you doing, girl? It's time for lunch, girl. We need to grab a bite. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the Conscious Creators Toolbox for the Thursday session, October the 27th, 2022. Tonight we are going to talk about who we are and who we look like. Who we look like. So come on in. Let's get going. Let's get it started. I am kind of excited about this season that we're in. We're getting ready to wrap up. We're in the fall. We're in the fall. Getting ready to fall back and change our times from Eastern Standard to daylight savings to Eastern Standard. We're gonna go fall back, gain an hour. We're gonna gain an hour. I'm not sure the date on that. I think it's around the 7th or 8th or something like that, around there, somewhere in there. But anyway, come on in. We're gonna get started in a bit. Tonight's topic is in the image of my maker. So you can just about guess what we're gonna be talking about, huh? So anyway, welcome to the Conscious Creators Toolbox. Tonight, like I said, I'm gonna just simply remind you who, what, and whose you are, and of course, that's the main purpose. That's one of my main purposes, and one of the main purposes for the Conscious Creators Toolbox is it's one of our purposes and mission is to express to you, tell you, show you, convince you, confirm with you, partner with you to let you know that who you are, what you are, and whose you are, and as well as getting an opportunity to kind of talk about our identity, our true identity as conscious ones, conscious, awakened, and aware co-creators with the universe, with God, with our source, and with one another. We can't create, we can't manifest anything at all by ourselves. It sounds like, I want to get that job. Well, you can't do it by yourself. You can't manifest that job by yourself. You can't even manifest that trip to the Bahamas or to Jamaica. You can't manifest that by yourself. You got to have some partners. You got to have some co-manifestors, some co-creators. And that's who you are. We are co-creators, creating our destinies, our realities, mapping out our futures and living the life. We're living the life. We're living our dreams, hopefully. And if you're not living your dream, then come on in here so we can talk about it, so we can get you set up so you can start living the life that you desire, that you dream about, that you want, rather than those Urkel, oops, did I do that kind of thing? It's okay though, We make a few errors or mishaps on our manifestation, but we get an opportunity absolutely every day that we are blessed to wake up again for a brand new day, a brand new opportunity, and a brand new chance to do it all over again. But just remember that what you do in the present moment will affect that future moment, okay? We don't worry about the past so much unless it's a lesson that we learn and we bring it forward, that lesson we bring forward with us, but we don't drag that heavy burden of yesterday into today. We just bring them memories, the good memories and the lessons learned, and we apply those to our current and our present, so that we can be the master manifestors, those master manifestors, and manifest our realities, those realities that we want and we dream about. Anyway, so come on in. We're gonna be here about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. I'm hoping it'll be a kind of a easy session tonight, because like I said, it's basically, we're gonna be talking about who, what, and whose you are, and we know that. We know who we are. We just want you to kind of want to confirm some things. And we also want you to be aware that, the Conscious Creators Toolbox is an opportunity for us not only to recognize and acknowledge and honor and respect and prize and value who we are and whose we are and what we are, but it's also an opportunity to look at our creativity, our power to manifest and to create, and learn about it, explore, discover and explore some of the creative tools and powers that we have. I didn't just identify them, take them out of the toolbox, dust them off. Hi, Virginia. Hi, how you doing, girl? Dust those tools off so we can manifest the life that we want rather than the life that we end up with. Or, oops, my bad, did I do that? We are manifesting and creating constantly. We cannot not create, okay? We're manifesting and creating absolutely all the time. And what I want to make sure that you are aware of is that you're aware and awakened and conscious of what you're doing, that you are deliberately manifesting and creating and bringing those things into your life that you want, and doing your very best to avoid wasting a good manifest, just keep the vibrations high, keep it going, keep it moving forward, keep thumbs up, keep thumbs up. So that's who we are. That's what we do here on Thursday night. Every Thursday night we come in here and we do that. Every now and then we get a guest to come in and talk to us and share a little of their know-how and their creativity and their downloads, okay? Because basically what I'm doing every week is I'm sharing with you what I consider downloads, things that are given to me, and understanding that is just given to me, that I play it forward, and hopefully in some way or another it will encourage you, build you up as the master manifestors of your lives and your destinies and your realities. So that's what we do. All right. I feel kind of like that I'm going full circle tonight. I think we've been doing this for this is our third year, I believe. And I believe that this is actually, we kind of started here when we kicked off the Conscious Creators Toolbox several years back. We were introducing and talking about who we were as co-creators and co-creators and partnering with each other and the universe, and talking about just how we do it, how we manifest it, how we create. So I feel like tonight is kind of like a full circle. I don't call it an anniversary night, but it's full circle, because we are going to be talking about ourselves as co-creators with each other again and with the universe. And like I said, I hope that my hope is that you already are firm and grounded in the knowing and in the belief. Hopefully it's more than just a belief. Hopefully at this point you know who you are. You know that you are, and just in case you don't know, because I love telling you this, just in case, this is the reminder, you are an unlimited, unrestricted, created being, created by your creator, your source, your God, your Father, your divine universe, whatever you call your source, your creator. You were created by your creator in the image of your creator, out of the same stuff that your creator is created from, out of, which is creation, energy, creation. And you can do, and you can have, and you can be what your creator has and is and can do. Everything that your creator can do and your source can do, you can do it as well. You can have it. You can be it. All power that your creator has, you have it at your access as well. It's available to you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is withheld from you by your creator. Your creator is your creator, your Father, your divine, your source, and want you to be all that you can possibly be. So nothing is withheld from you. I will tell you this, and I will keep telling you this. The only thing that limits you as a creator or a manifester is your beliefs about your creator, your maker, your manifester. I mean, your creator, your Father, your source. Whatever you believe about your source, your creator, your divine, your Father, that's who you are. That's because you are made you're made in the image of your source, your creator. And again, your creator, your source withholds nothing from you. My source, my creator, is all powerful. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that my Father cannot do. And in fact, my Father can do the impossible. The things that are impossible are possible to my Father. And so are they possible to me. Father withholds nothing from me. Your source withholds nothing from you. Whatever you believe, That's the only restriction, is you're restricted by your beliefs. I call them limited beliefs because your source is my source. We are one. We're connected. We're one. We have the same creator. We have the same. We may call them a different name. We may acknowledge our source in a different way, but we are all one. One with creator. One with source. There's only one source. There's only one creator of this beautiful universe, this beautiful earth, this third dimension, and all dimensions, in fact, that we are blessed and fortunate enough to live in and enjoy. So that's who you are. That's who I am. And we are creators. That's what we do by default. We cannot not create because that's who we are. We have the same nature as our creator has. And that's because we're made by our creator. All right. So tonight I want to talk about the image, that image that we are made from, that we are patterned after, or the mold, if you would. We're made with the image of God, our creator's image. What is that image to you? What is the image? What is your image of your source, of your God, of your Father? What is the image of your creator? That's what we're going to talk about. And we all have a different perspective and a different way of expressing and looking and seeing things and just interpreting them and talking about them and discussing them. So what we're going to do tonight is I want to challenge you to think about what source, what the image, what is your image of your creator? What does your creator look like? Who is your creator? All right, so we're going to be talking about that. So what is the image of God? What is the image of creator? I'm going to just put this in because I hear some noise and I don't want you to be too. Okay. Anyway, being human, that we're all human. Of course, we would likely utilize our human imagination to describe the image that we have of God, of our Maker, of our Creator, and most likely, we like I said, we're all unique, and we're all different, and we all see things in a different perspective. So of course, if I ask you, to describe or what is your image of God or your Maker, you might have, you would probably tell me what it is. And tonight I want to challenge you. If you want to comment and kind of tell me what you consider the image, what is your image of your God or your Maker, please do. Please go on and do. I'm going to share with you what my image is. And again, it's just Jean's image. It's just how I'm talking about the pictures that I kind of formulate in my mind's eye and using my imagination. And of course, I would use my imagination to do that because that's how I conjure up pictures in the back of my mind. That movie that I play in the back of my mind, it's just done by my imagination. I can imagine. Now, of course, we know what God can do. We know what Creator can do. And we usually, when I've asked several people this week, what's your image of God? The first thing they tell me, or first thing I hear, is what God does. Right? Well, God is my Creator. God is the Maker of everything. He created the world. He's my source. He's my supplier. He's my health. He's my doctor. They can all the attributes. When I ask. Absolutely everyone I ask, their response was either an attribute, a trait, something that God does. But I wanted to find out, I really wanted to know what the image of Him was. What's the image of God? All right. My image of God is it's a ball of tangled energy. All right. If I look at myself and I say, if I'm created in the image of God, I'm not this human form. God is not a man that he should be a man. He's not. So he's not this human. He doesn't have a human body. He doesn't have a need for that. So I take a few layers off myself, and I might end up with just this maybe a shapeless glow, and or a tangled ball of energy, or some lighted or orbs, just a glob. It's not a a definite form. I can't make a definite form. It's a shapeshifter. You know, that energy changes shapes in my on my mind and in my imagination. I create an image that doesn't look like anything like we do, you know. But a lot of times we think of God as a man. No, we think of him as human with all the human attributes and all the human qualities. And God has no need for that. So that's just a ball of energy, just a glob for me. All right. So if you ask me, that's what I would say. Now, again, I'm using my imagination to form these pictures and my mind to verbalize it and talk about it and give it some content so that I can explain and express it to people. But really, it is for me. God is just taking off everything. And if I looked at myself and I'm created in that image, then that part of me that I believe that God created in that image was this blob of energy, just a glow, just a form, just a formless glow, an orb. And then if I looked across the room and I looked at you and I imagined that same God self in you, or you as that God, because we are all created in the image and of our Maker, and we're all, again, there's only one God, there's only one Creator. So for me, if I look at you and I take away all those layers and all the mask and all the titles and labels and names and stuff that we give ourselves or that we assume from other folk, then you would look like that glow too. We would be little glows, little little globs of glow, orbs floating around, some formless, and then we jump into this earth suit and we zip it up, and then we look like Jean, and we look like Virginia, we look like Joan, we look like Amber, we look like Jai, we look like human. All right, human. So God created us in that image. That's my image. And again, I'm going to challenge you. What's the image? What is that image that you imagine that God is? What is it? What is it? I want to share, and again, remember, when we think of God, I don't want us to think of what he does. I don't want you to think of, how great he is and awesome he is, how God, that energy is, and how it's created all of this. And, I want you to imagine an image of that God energy, that God person, that God, and that being, and I'm going to call it a being. And again, remember, we're all one, and we're all connected, and absolutely everything in everything is energy. And we, when we step out of this earth suit and this body, this human body, then we are the identical little godlings. My grandmother used to call us godlings. And we all look like these little glowworms and glow blobs roaming around. Just energy. That's what we are. And that's what God is. That's my image of God. So again, I challenge you to talk about it. Now, there was a verse in the Bible that talked about how God made us, how God talked about how he made us, and really talked about why. And I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about that, because I want to challenge you to kind of really think about who you are as related to, as connected to, as being in the image of the Creator, God, Father, divine. So this verse, it was Genesis the 24th, the first chapter, and this is what he said. It said, and God said, let us make man, human, in our image, after our likeness, image and likeness. And I'm just assuming that I'm not going to argue the Bible tonight. I'm just going to read this verse because that's who we are, and that's what it kind of tells us about who we are and why we are, kind of sort of. But anyway, we make man in our image after our likeness, and let them, man, human, have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowls of the air and over the cattle and over all of the earth and over every creepy thing that creeps upon the earth, right? So we're made in the image of God to have dominion, and we were here to have dominion and to care for all the creepy things on the earth, the birds and the fish and just the cattle, whatever there is, the forest, the plants, that's our task. We were tasked to take dominion over that, to be basically creators, agents in this third dimension. After creating all of this wonderful planet and this wonderful earth, this physical realm, then he made us to take care of it. All right. So the image and the likeness is pretty simple. We are whatever God can do and whatever God can be and whatever God has, whatever powers and abilities and whatever, we assume we were created and we were made with the same nature and the same power, the same know-how, the same abilities. We recreate. And that means that we are co-creators. All right? We're co-creators with the Creator and with one another, because we can't create alone. All right? We manifest and we create as a partnership. All right? All right? You have to be together. It takes two. It takes at least two people to create anything or manifest anything in this plane. Okay? Two. All right? At least two. A whole lot more if you're talking about that car that you want and going, you get the point. Anyway, so when it says let us, that again, this is not a Bible class, Bible study, by the way. What I'm doing is I wanted to just say, in this case, I would like you to understand who you are by understanding what all of this meant, and again, I'm not here to argue, that, because the thing that's let us, who's us? I don't know who that is, but you know what? I mean, I have my ideas, and I have my own personal ideas, and again, I would challenge you that if you want to break this down and understand who in the world who was the us part, then I'm going to invite you to go to your maker, go back to your creator, go back to your source, confer, commune, you're connected, you're one and the same with God, with your creator. Consult, ask, what does that mean? What does that mean to me? How does that help me be a better creator, a better co-creator, a better manifester, a better master of my destiny and my future? And how does it help me be all that I was created to be? So, and the fact that I was created by somebody or something or some being means that there is a being, there is something that's higher than me. All right? That has an elevated position than I am, because I wasn't until I was made by that higher source. All right? So having that understanding, it does two things for me. It makes me realize that I am never alone. I am, even if I can't reach out and touch my pals and whatever, I always have my source who's available. I can commune and I can connect and I can go into a relationship and a conversation and a commune with. So I'm never alone. And because I was made by this higher power, I have the same nature and the same everything. I can be on the same accord with them or the same level with them. It's like I'm a little God too. I'm a little God because I was made by a bigger God, right? So I have the same nature, and it gives me, I'm comfortable. I don't have to, dress up or pretend or anything, because my source knows me inside out. Right. So I don't have to be afraid, or I don't have to be shy, and I don't have to dress up and be anything special or more to have that relationship with that higher being, or that source, that creator. I can go right into the throne room, if you would, right into, and don't have to dress up. I can do it in the bathtub or wherever, in the car, walking around, and wherever. I can always go, and I can always commune, and I can always confer when I don't understand something about the nature of me, or the just things about me. When I don't understand this world that was created, I can go to the maker. I can go to the maker, go to to the source, and confer and ask and ask my questions, and get get a better understanding, or more clear understanding, because I have readily and easy access, and I should be able to understand, because again, my source, my creator, withholds nothing from me, nothing at all. All I need is to be maintain that connection, maintain the opportunity and the time and the space to spend with my source, to get the clarity, to get the understanding of the true nature of Jean, of me. And I'm unique. I'm the thing is that we're all this, without this, with Earth suit on, we look alike probably, and we can't tell each other apart. But guess who can? Our creator knows exactly what my little glow looks like, or blob looks like, and likewise the creator knows who you are. So that's, just stay connected. Make sure, I challenge you to get to know the image, the nature, everything about your maker, your creator, your source, because that's what you have, that's what you are. And I promise you, 9 times out of 10, well, probably more than that, unless we skim only just a very small bit of the true nature of God, and consequently our own selves. And the best journey you will ever take in your life, besides just being here hanging out on earth, is the journey in understanding yourself and your relationship with your creator, your maker. Because that's going to open up every possible opportunity and way and power and ability to make and manifest what you want for your life, right? And you want for your family's life, and you want for this world that we live in. One of the things that, and this is about part of my lesson, but I wanted to kind of mention this. We're here to enjoy, to learn, and to enjoy, and just bask in this gorgeous dimension, and this gorgeous earth, and this gorgeous planet. But we're also taxed to raise the limit. We're evolving, we're changing and growing and changing from every day. We have an opportunity to evolve into greater and better and more than we were yesterday, more than we were 2 hours ago. We're continually evolving as a human race. This country, this planet it's evolving into, just like a lotus, just opening up and being more and more. And we want to understand that. We want to be a part of it. We want to make it better. So we want to understand our role in it, and we want to also we want to get as much information, as much instruction as we can from our source. Source did all this, set it all up, gave us this wonderful playground, and source can help us evolve it and grow it and make it better and better day by day, just like we are made better. I tell my clients that for every frequency that you can raise your vibration, you're raising the vibration of the whole world, or this universe. Every just decibel of higher vibration raises the vibration, and raising the vibration means that we're growing, means that we're evolving, we're developing, we're transforming from what we were to what we are, and to what we're gonna be as we continue to grow and maintain a positive high vibration. So be happy, get to know who you are, get to know the nature of your maker, so that you can know the nature of yourself. Now the last thing he said, we have dominion. We have dominion over the earth and over the animals. We were made just, and this is somewhere in the Bible. I think it says that we were made just a little bit lower than angels. Well, again, I'm not. This is not a Bible class, but I'm thinking that we're the only being. We're the only being that was made in the image of the Creator. The cattle wasn't, the fish were not, the trees were not, the birds weren't, those beautiful giraffes and those eagles and all those, they were not made with the nature of God. So we're the apple of God's eye. And he, again, God wants the best. Our Maker wants the best for us. And all we need to understand that best is to stay connected. Be connected. First of all, go understand what you look like. What is your real picture? What's a real picture of you? And if you want that, you have to get it from the Maker. The Maker will help you understand what your true image, what that true image is. Remember, we are taxed. We're here as an agent of God. God created all of this. He put us, he put us as in charge of and administration of, to care for this beautiful planet, this beautiful creation. We were created. One of our to-dos is to take dominion, take authority, be God representatives to creation, to the created world, this planet, this universe, and to take care of it. All right. So that's what we are. All right. So I'm going to leave you with these. I've got 4 points that I want to leave you with in regards to image, and I'm going to just kind of rattle them off. The image of God is, if it was a definition, I would probably use it like this. The image of God is the way in which humanity, which man, is like God in a way that nothing else is like God. Because nowhere has it ever been said or we've heard that anything other than man was made in the image. Man, let us make man in the image, in our image and in our likeness. It didn't say the fish. It didn't say any other being, any other life form, just man. All right. So put simply, the image of God is being like God. We are like God. You are like God. Don't sell yourself short, and don't feel like you're blaspheming or you're bite your tongue no, you are like God. You're made like God. So you are like God. You're like my grandmother got little godlings. You're little godlings. That's what you are. Number 2, the image of God means that humans have been given the power to share in God's rule or administration of the earth and all the resources and all of the creatures upon this earth. All right? We are his caretakers, the caregiver. We take care of this creation. Okay? That's what the Bible said in there. It says, give them dominion so they can care for the creepy things and the fly things that fly and the things in the sea. So that's what we do. We're here to do that. It's a fun job. I think animals are cute, Number 2, image. Number 3, only human are in the image of God. We're the only ones that have the image of God. And we're the only ones that have the nature of God. All right? We all have life. We all have that same energy, life force, life source, but we have the very nature of the Creator. All right? And again, if you want to understand the nature of the Creator, you just got to get close to the Creator. You got to ask the Creator. And your perception and your understanding of that nature allows you to be the type of manifester and the creator that you are. My understanding and my perception of that is mine, and it allows me to be my master and my creator of my reality and my life. All right. The last one, and this is the last one. The phrase "image of God" is not about what makes us human. It's about what makes us gods. All right? We're man, we are human because we are here navigating this third dimension. But the life source that's in us, that being that animates this life, this bodysuit or this earth suit, is God. All right? And so when we get done with this bodysuit and move on to whatever, wherever, then we won't have a need for all that human stuff. But we will always, always, always maintain that source, that God source, right? That God nature that will always be ours, all right? The phrase image of God is not, again, it's not about what makes us human. It's about humanity's unique role in being God's kingly representatives in creation, in being God's kingly representatives in God's creation. We are the created. We are created of the maker, our source, our God, or whatever you designate, whatever title you designate for your source. We're created in that image. And we have all of the nature, all of the power, all of the know-how, all of the skill, all of the creativity that God has. And we can do, and we can have, and we can be all that God has. We just need to understand just how powerful we are. Sometimes it's a little scary when you think about it, because God is powerful. I mean, it's all power, and so are you. But you're only limited by what you will accept and what you believe and what you embrace as the true nature of who you truly are, because you are a chip off the old source. All right, you're a chip off the creation, and God makes no mistakes. Again, God makes no mistakes. God doesn't withhold. God lays it all out. Your playground, human, earthling people, and have fun, but take care of it. All right, raise that vibration. Let's evolve. Let's make this world a better place. That's all I have tonight, but I did want to share this with you. And as I read this, and I wanted to also kind of mention Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard has a book, a very, very short book, and it's called The Creator. Neville Goddard is Neville, Goddard, Goddard. You can pull this up on the internet. It's a great little, it's like a real short little book. You can get it audible, or just a hard copy. But you can get a PDF on it. But it's called The Creator. I would encourage you to pull that up and kind of read it. Neville was, now he was a Bible scholar, and he breaks the Bible down here and there. But at this particular one, he talks about what he considers that God source, that God part of us. And he calls it our imagination. And I won't argue that, I'm not going to go into that tonight, but I tend to agree with that. But reading this, it kind of help you understand, again, from one human to another, and a scholar to another. It'll help you understand and appreciate your role as creator, co-creator. We are, all of us are co-creators. All man, all human, no matter what shape, form, capacity, lack we have, limits we have, we are co-creators. And we are held to a high standard as co-creators, because we're made in the image of the Creator, with all of the assignment. All of us have the assignment. None of us are exempted. None of us are exempt from being assigned. I don't care if we're blind or whatever, physical capacity that has nothing. Yes, we're still taxed with being representatives of God's creation, of sources creation here in this plane, in this earth plane, right? If you were the creator of the universe, by the way, you're co-creator. Imagine if you were the creator, just a sole creator by yourself, your source, all right? Your source representatives. But if you were, could you have made a better world? Would you have achieved greater? Would you have done things a little bit differently, right? Well, guess what? we have the opportunity to, I don't know about making it better, but we have an opportunity to make our lives better by understanding who we are, whose we are, and what we have available for us. Okay, so I can't stop encouraging you to get to know whose you are. Get to know your creator, your maker, because you're just the spitting image of him. And I can look at you and I can tell you look just like him, okay? And you have the capacity, and you have everything available for you to be just as bad as the source himself, okay? So, or himself or herself. You know, I don't give him a gender. We're the ones that have the gender, but God is not a man that he should be either, or maybe he's both, or maybe he's all. So whatever, you get my point. Put on the new self, and get to know I won't say no, get to know the real you. Get to know the real you. Created to be like God. That was the intention. Created to be like God in every possible way. In every possible way. You were created to be like God. All right? We are co-creators with God, not puppets on a string. Nope. We're not here just to hang out and wait for something to happen. We're here to make it happen, okay? Get on to your co-creating, and let's make some stuff happen, okay? We're not sitting here waiting for somebody to pull the strings and tell us what to do and how to. Hey, God said, "Let there be," and hey, that's what we do. I am my Father's child. I am created in the image of my source. I can do what my source can do. Again, some of the stuff I don't even know yet, but I'm going to find out because I'm going to hang out with my source. God created us in his image. Therefore, we are co-creators with God. You have power to create. You cannot not create. Even when you don't even think about it or care about it or wonder about it or worry about it, you're creating, right? Every second, every minute, every present moment that you're in affects the next moment. And that moment affects the next moment. Get to know who you are. Get to know absolutely everything about you. Know what you look like. Know what you act like. Know who you're like. And be absolutely everything that you can be. All right? That's all I have tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And I did it in 45 minutes. Yes, I'm getting better here. I'm trying to do 30 to 45 minute sessions and so we can get in and out. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. And I hope you got something out of it. If nothing else, just take the challenge and get to know who your source is and getting to know as much as you possibly can know about your source so that you can get rid of some of those limiting, restrictive beliefs and ideas that we have about who we are, what we can and can't do. We can do all things. We can do all things. There's nothing we can't do. We can decide that we don't want to do it, but we can do it. Take care, guys. Manifest best, and I will see you next Thursday. I think I'll be here next Thursday, or someone will be here next Thursday. And starting in November, we got a couple of things that we're getting. We're ready to kick off for next year. We got to start talking about them next week. Next month. We're gonna start talking about them. In the meantime, I think no, I don't think you. If you haven't voted, I know it's election time all over the U.S. If you haven't gotten out there yet, go vote. You know, use your voice. Use that voice and go to the polls and vote early if you can. I think it's early voting is still going on, so make sure that you do that. And Halloween is coming up. I won't see you until after Halloween. How was that solar, that solar eclipse and that new moon? It was kind of. I'm still feeling it. I know you guys are too, but hang in there. Full moon is coming, I believe, November the 8th, and things will kind of start leveling off a little bit. Do your research on that too, because the moon, the phases of the moon has a lot to do with you and your moves and your feelings and you just get to understand the phases of that moon and kind of so you can be prepared, so you won't be surprised, wonder why people are acting all crazy. Well, the moon, those phases, it affects us. I don't know, it affects us. Take care. I will see you guys next week. Remember, manifest best, and remember that you have the power to create. You are a co-creator. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Good night.